Goals. The object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. I'm a planner. I love organization, setting goals, and tracking my progress. So naturally, January 1st is my favorite day of the year. Every January, I reflect on the past year, I read entries from my journal, and I think about everything that I'm grateful for. January is often thought as a month for change. So before I start my goal setting for the year, I like to think about what was good in my life up until now. This way, when I start goal setting, I'm a little bit kinder to myself. I like to break my goals down into categories: health, finances, family, and home. I've been journaling and setting goals for as long as I can remember. For me, envisioning positive changes for my future has always led me into the right direction. For most of my adult life, I was told how lucky I was. I would manifest something and it would happen. I later realized that positive things happen because I'm clear with my focus, and I often put blinders on until I reach my goal. When I was 28, I was having dinner with my best friend in Koh Tao. We had just finished our open water dive course, and we had decided that we wanted to go traveling for a year. We set the goal of saving $25,000 each. This day and goal impacted every day after for the next year. We both work as dental hygienists and picked up extra shifts. I was working close to 50 hours a week. We would bike to work to save on gas. We grew lettuce on our patio to have salads for lunch, and we would take out a $20 bill and only spend that for the entire weekend. It was so extreme, but such a lofty goal needed big change. In the end, I paid off $12,000 in debt and saved the $25,000. I had saved more money in 1 year than I had in the last 5 prior. So why was I able to reach this goal? It was such an unbelievable dream. There were a few things that played a key role in achieving this. Number 1, I had the ability to make more money, which gave me less time to spend it. Working 4 12-hour days encouraged me not to spend a penny for more than half of my week every week. Number 2, I learned to say no. Reaching this goal was more important to me than going drinking with friends or eating out or doing really anything that cost money. I could only do this because I had amazing friends who supported me. We would go bike riding and go to the beach, or go for a hike, in the winter go snowshoeing, rather than going out for coffee or a drink. Number 3, I had another person who was as driven and committed as I was to do this goal with. This was the most important factor. She completely understood why I was making the choices I was making. She pushed me and held me accountable. But not every goal is set in stone. So what happened when I met this goal? The month after we got back from Thailand was the month I met my husband. Bad timing. I didn't want to meet a boy and change everything that I was dreaming about, so I stayed committed to saving the money. When it came time to book the trip around the world, my goals changed. I wanted to travel, but leaving for a year no longer seemed possible. So I changed my plans. My best friend and I decided to go traveling for 3 months together, and she would go on to travel for the full year. We spent 2 months in Nepal doing a yoga teacher training and then went on a 17-day hike. I spent the next month traveling on my own, meeting new people from all around the world. It was the most pivotal moment of self-growth. So even though I technically didn't reach my goal of traveling for a year, making that goal put into motion all the things that led to one of the best years of my life. Eating healthy and physical activity are going to be my top priority this year. I want to meal prep, do 30 minutes of fitness every day for 30 days, fit into my goal jeans, and complete a 21-day ChloeTing hourglass challenge. In order to reach these goals, a few things have to change. I would never not show up for work or miss an appointment because they're scheduled into my calendar and mindset as non-negotiable events. In order to reach my meal prep and fitness goals, I need to change my mindset. They are no longer things I want to do, if I have extra time. I will now add them to my calendar with a reminder as a non-negotiable event. I will look at these goals at the beginning of each month. Then I will create a process to slowly complete steps to attain these goals. Goals 1 and 2 are results-based goals, but the process of meeting them is designed to create long-term habits. Even though my goal is to complete these in a month, my intention is to work towards these goals each and every month. Finances. For a long time, my only financial goal was paying off my debt. Most of my 20s was spent under a large student loan and huge credit card bills. To say I was spendy is an understatement. Now I'm debt-free, other than my mortgage, and saving is my main goal. My first goal is to save $2,500 in Cedars RESP for the year. I'm proud to say that we have met this goal every year of Cedars life. We decided that this was a priority. It's a life-changing gift that we can give our daughter. My husband and I have 12 years of combined post-secondary education, which means large student debts. I know firsthand how difficult it was to pay mine off on my own. So 5 years ago, I set up a direct deposit into an RESP of $225 a month. It comes out on the second day of each month and has just been worked into our budget the same as any other fixed cost.
Maybe we can rest in clouds and suns. Maybe, just maybe, I wanna explore the unknown.
My third goal is to create a monthly budget and have budget meetings once a week. Knowing what you have and what you spend is crucial to budgeting at each and every income bracket. The more money we make, the more we feel entitled to spend that money because we work so hard for it and we deserve it. So it's easy to fall into the trap of spending without saving. I find that the more I'm aware of my financial spending, the easier it is to make changes. But I want to make spending and saving more intentional this year. So every week, I want to sit down with a glass of wine, write out every transaction cost, pay off my credit card, and keep myself within my monthly budget. The goal is by doing this more frequently and being more aware of my spending, it will force me to be accountable. Thanks, friends, for watching, and see you next week.
Try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you, I was feeling lost.